Hey, so I want to give you some beginning social media tips. I don't want you to get too overwhelmed here because Module 3 is all about social media and you're going to really learn how to rock it. But a lot of new coaches have some starting questions that I want to address and I want to just help you get started on the right foot. So first and foremost are the social media platforms that you are going to be using. I highly recommend that you use Facebook and Instagram. You will not be diving into both of those equally. You're going to be choosing one platform, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, to really dive into, to master. And the other one you're just going to be building in the background. So for example, I predominantly built my business on Facebook. But for the past 3 years, everything I've posted on Facebook, I just hopped over to Instagram and posted there. And so I have been building my Instagram without much effort over those 3 years. And now that my Facebook is a well-oiled machine and it kind of just runs itself, I can now focus my energy on Instagram and attract new people and find new markets over there. So if you do not have a Facebook and an Instagram account, I highly recommend that you begin or create one on each platform. And I want you to use your first and your last name. You are branding yourself. So if you come up with something like some clever name like The Fit Teacher, whatever, yeah, that's cute, but you want people to immediately see your name and realize that that's you, that this is your brand, your business, your family, and sometimes it's hard for people to find you when you don't use your name. Now, say you are a teacher or you are in a profession where you really can't be that active on social media, then of course you can use your first name and your middle name or some sort of alias like that. The next thing I want you to remember is that your profile photo needs to be a photo of you. It can be you and your baby, you and your family, you and your boyfriend or husband or girlfriend or whatever, but it needs to be you so that people immediately see that and say, oh, that's so-and-so. They don't be like, who's this baby? Next is open up your doors. If you have your page or your profile on lockdown, nobody is going to be able to see what you're posting, what you're doing, and then your business is just gonna go like this, right? You want to skyrocket. You want to get as many eyes on your posts as you can. So the first thing you want to do is on Instagram, make sure that you have a public profile, that people don't have to request to follow you in order to see your posts. That is so important. If they have to request to follow you and then see your stuff, you're not going to do much with this business. It's going to be really hard. Same with on Facebook. I want you to open up your Facebook so that it is a public profile that anybody can see it. Now, if you're a teacher, because I was a teacher and I understand this struggle, you don't necessarily have to do that. Maybe you're using your first name and your middle name so that if you do go public, people can't find you. Or you can not make it public and make it so that friends or friends of friends can see your posts, but you absolutely do not want it to be private. Another thing to consider is that you're not going to be posting inappropriate stuff that if your students or if your coworkers see that they're going to be offended by, right? So you just want to use proper judgment if you're in a position like that where you kind of have to be careful. So when I was a teacher, I just never posted pictures of myself in a bathing suit. I always had clothes on or a sports bra for transformation photos. I did open my page up to be public. I didn't really have students follow me and I taught high school, but I did have some parents, right? Parents would find me and that's totally fine if parents are following you because they're going to be inspired by you. Remember that what you're posting is amazing content. You are inspiring and uplifting and teaching and educating, and anybody who comes to your page is going to benefit from that. So you kind of just have to get your mindset straight. Now, if you have you work somewhere that has strict social media policies where you can't really have that kind of public profile, then that's fine. You can definitely keep it closed to just friends or friends of friends, but use a name, use your first name and your middle name if that's the case. But if you do not have a public profile or a profile where people can see what you're posting, it's going to be really, really hard for you, and you're going to have to do a lot of behind the scenes messaging and talking to people, and you're not going to be able to do as much of the attraction marketing that really works for our team. All right, so I think, I'm sorry, I'm just going, I'm doing this video on a whim for you because I was like, oh, I think I want to address some things before a few new coaches sign up today. So I'm going to redo this video soon with like maybe some slides or something. But anyway, hang with me. Okay, so if you are going to use Instagram, you have to be using hashtags. So hashtags are how people find you and how you get to be known and seen. So you do not want to ever use the hashtags of Beachbody, 21 Day Fix, To Be Mindset, because you're only going to attract other coaches and other people who are already using Beachbody programs with those hashtags. You want to sit down and make a list of all of your interests, and then you want to go into Instagram, type in, maybe hashtag teaching, and you'll see that hashtag teaching has like a bazillion uses. So you don't want to use that hashtag because the chances of your post showing up among the millions of other posts being used with that hashtag are very low. So you want to choose hashtags that have between 10 to 50,000 or even 100,000 uses. And it will show you, if you type in the hashtag mom life, it will show you like it has a million some uses. So that's not really one you want to use. You want to look for something like stay at home mom life, hashtag stay at home mom life. It has way less uses. So the chances of somebody typing in stay at home mom life and seeing your post is far greater than if they typed in mom life and saw a million photos. Yours probably isn't going to show up there. So that's what's really important, that you generate hashtags that are smaller in uses and very specific to you. What brands of clothes do you use? What brands of baby items do you use? What clothes do you wear? What are your interests? And it doesn't all have to be about fitness. So I may post a picture of me and my daughter, but the hashtags are about motherhood or the clothes I like, or some of the TV shows I'm watching, because I want to attract people who are like me. And so those hashtags are how I'm meeting and connecting with those different people. So you can use a total of 30 hashtags per post on Instagram, and that is what you want to do in order to get your exposure out there. You also want to be following other people, and so you want to type in a hashtag. So for example, you might use the hashtag toddler life. And then you might look at some of the other moms posting pictures, and you may find some accounts that you really jive with. So what you want to do is you want to like and comment on a few of their posts, and then you want to follow them. And then chances are they're going to see all your notifications and they're going to follow you back. And if you want to take it one step further, which is a great tip, is to then private message them and be like, hey, I stumbled upon your page. I see that our kids are pretty much the same age and just wanted to connect with you because I love your posts. Like, you're so funny. Something like that. And then people will be more willing to watch what you are posting and be interested in what you're doing. So that's just a really good social media tactic. So that's Instagram. Facebook, you have to be adding friends. So we have a whole strategy on how you're going to be expanding your network and adding friends. But the first thing you want to do is just go to your best friend's page, go to your husband's page, and look through their friends, because chances are you know people that they're friends with on Facebook, but you somehow aren't friends with them on Facebook. So get all of those people who you know you're acquaintances with and friend request them, because you want their eyes on your posts. Because maybe they aren't interested in health and fitness, but their sister is, and they will refer their sister to you after seeing your posts. So you just want to have as many eyes as possible, but you don't want to be adding like strange random men. I only add women. Unless it's like a guy I went to school with and I know him, right? Because his wife might be interested. And I've had that happen so many times where guys that I went to school with, I know, they're like, hey, I'm sending my wife to you. She's interested. So don't discredit people, but don't just add random people just to add them. But the more eyes you have on your posts, the better. I do not want you creating a Facebook business page just yet. So this is the number one question I get. When, can I start a new page on any platform? No. If you have a Facebook account, that's the account that you want to be using right now. If you have an Instagram account, that's what you want to be using right now. Do not abandon your page and start over fresh, because here's the deal. Your warm market Those are the people who already know you, trust you. They've been seeing what you're posting if you post at all. But they are the ones who are going to be most likely to join you at the beginning because you don't have to build that trust with them. They already know you. So if you make a post about how you're starting this new fitness group and you feel amazing and you're looking for a few women, they already know you and trust you. So chances are they will be likely to reach out. The cold market, if you start a brand new page, you're starting over from scratch. And if you want to use a business page and tap into your cold market, it takes a long time to build trust with those strangers who don't know you, and you have to invest money into your business page. So you have to pay to promote your page in order to get new people to see it. If you do not invest money into your business page, you will not get any views at all. So that's why at the beginning, as a new coach, I just want you to use what you have. That's all you need right now. And once you get comfortable with the basics, you're like, okay, I'm hitting Success Club, I have coaches, I'm recruiting people, I'm good with posting and responding to comments. Then you can start that business page, or then you can branch out and do something different. But for now, I just want you to use the personal Facebook page that you have and the personal Instagram page that you have. And if you don't have one of those, I do want you to create another one. I want you to be on both platforms because this is huge. So I just want you to post on one place and then copy it and paste it and post it on the other platform. That's really all you have to do right now. One more thing is that on Instagram, it does give you the option to link your Instagram to your Facebook account, and it will give you the option when you post on Instagram to send that post to show up on Facebook. I do not ever want you to do that because when you look on Facebook, what it does is it groups all of your Instagram posts together, and then people don't see the caption. It's just like a bunch of photos, and it doesn't have as much impact. So what I always do is I use my phone, the Notes app on my phone. I write every post in the Notes app on my phone. And what I do is I have different notepads. I have a coaching notepad, a transformation notepad, a workout notepad, and a general notepad. So if I'm making a coaching post, if I'm saying something about how I love coaching, I go to my coaching notepad, I write my post in there. I copy it, I go to Facebook, I paste it and post it there. I go to Instagram, I paste it and post it there. I do not just cross share across the platforms. Why do I post? Why do I type in my notepad? Because it's really nice to have all of that content to recycle every few months. So for example, yesterday I made a post and I simply just scrolled down to what I posted a few months ago and I copied that and used it again. And you'll find that several times this happened to me, you'll spend 20 minutes writing a post in Facebook and then it crashes and you lose all your work. So always do it in your Notes app so that you have it. And then in Instagram, at the end of your post, so write your post, then hit the space. You want to put like some dots below your post, so put some periods, one in each line, and then have your list of hashtags in the bottom of your post. Don't put it in the comments because there's something called shadow banning. If you put hashtags in the comments, Instagram won't show your post to any of those hashtag people. So just a little trick. Do not use hashtags on Facebook unless you're just using one or two to be funny. People on Facebook do not like to see hashtags. They have no purpose on Facebook. So no hashtags on Facebook unless you're trying to be funny and say like, oh, look at me, I'm eating cake, hashtag treat yourself. Right? But on Instagram, you don't want to use those kind of hashtags. You want to use very specific ones that are going to help you find your ideal client and coach. So those are the social media basics. I hope I covered that. You don't really need to worry about Twitter. If you're into Twitter, you can keep using it. I would highly recommend not using it though. Pinterest is great. If you have a Pinterest, you can begin really using Pinterest. But in order to really brand and to market yourself, you want to be using Facebook and Instagram. Focus on one and just build the other one in the background. Continue to post there, but don't spend a ton of time on that other one just yet until you master the basics. But I want you to have some posts there, right? So say you begin posting on Facebook and you're like, Facebook is my jam. I really want to use Facebook. Great. Post on Facebook, friend request people on Facebook. Spend a ton of time in different Facebook interest groups, connecting with people, messaging people on Facebook. Post on Instagram, but then leave it at that. And then when you feel comfortable on Facebook, you can go to Instagram and you can begin building your Instagram and finding new followers. And when they come to your page, you're going to have posts there already. They're not going to see like, oh, an empty profile. They're gonna be like, oh, look at all these amazing photos. This is like, this girl has been documenting her journey. I'll follow her. So you see the reasoning there? Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. These are just some beginning, quick social media tips. I hope those help. Continue on this training and let us know if you have any questions.